Hello everybody. So today we're going to read the next section of The Boy with the Bronze Axe by Kathleen Fiddler. We're in chapter 4 at the moment and we're doing part 3, the last part of chapter 4 today. As usual, if you scroll down beneath this link, you'll be able to find the questions and maybe some vocabulary already defined for you, so you know some of the meaning of some of the words we're going to meet today. And if you want to just check out those questions now, pause this video and have a little look so that you're prepared for what the questions are today. Okay, so you may remember that what we read in the session before showed the children practicing with a bow and arrow on the beach and practicing their aim, and Brocken and Callie were getting really good at aiming at the target. And then, unexpectedly, Carwin turned up on the sand dunes and was about to attack Tenko when he didn't know by hitting him with a rock on the skull. But Callie saw this happening and she shot her arrow and pierced Carwin's shoulder. Tenko has just turned round and found Carwin on the floor, and he's about to see if he's okay, but Carwin's already shrieking and about to faint from the pain. And that's where we left the end of the last chapter. Keep still, Tenko commanded. Do not kill me, Carwin begged. Why should I kill you? Tenko asked in contempt. Keep still while I see what I can do about this arrow. Get it out, Carwin shrieked frantically. Get it out, and I'll never try to harm you again. You may be sure I shall try to get it out, Tenko told him coldly. I value my arrow too much to leave it sticking in your skin. So that's our first question today. It's a retrieval question. Why was Tenko keen to take the arrow out of Carwin's shoulder? Have a think, and we'll talk about the answer in a moment. So Carwin says, get it out and I will never try and harm you again. You may be sure I will get it out, Tenko told him coldly. I value my arrow too much to leave it sticking in your skin. So Tenko is keen to get the arrow out, but not because he wants to stop Carwin from being in pain and help him. He just wants his arrow back because he values the arrow more than he values Carwin. Callie reached them breathless. Oh, Tenko, are you all right? Of course, why not? Tenko looked surprised. That was not a very good shot, Callie. Your arrow has never flown so wide of the circle before. I was not aiming at the circle. I shot Carwin. He had that great stone in his hand, ready to bring it down upon your head. It is a lie, Carwin yelled, fearful of what Tenko might do to him. I believe Callie. There is the stone at your feet. And why did you beg me not to kill you? Why did you promise you would never try to harm me again? Those were your words, Carwin, Tenko told him sternly. Take out the arrow and let me go, Carwin begged him, wincing with pain. You will first say that you are a liar and not Callie. I am the liar, Carwin faltered abjectly. Only take out the arrow, Tenko. Look at the blood, I shall bleed to death. Tenko laughed. You will not bleed to death, Carwin. It is only a flesh wound. The arrow has pinned the cloak very neatly to your shoulder. Perhaps you are not such a good shot after all, Callie. A couple of hands' breadths and you would have pierced his throat instead. Tenko's voice was taunting, but it was not for Callie that his mocking words were meant. Carwin gave a shudder. I aimed at Carwin's arm, Callie said simply, annoyed that Tenko should speak slightly of her marksmanship. Then you should be thankful to Callie, Carwin, that she showed you mercy and that her aim was good. When she has had more practice, she will be even better. Take care you do not try to injure us again, or Callie's next shot might go straight to your heart. Tenko spoke menacingly. If her arrow does not reach it, then mine will. And now I will do something about that arrow. It will hurt you when I get it out, but I will be as swift as I can. Lie down on the ground. Carwin had no choice. Trembling, he lay down. Tenko put a foot on the opposite shoulder and grasped the protruding shaft of the arrow with both hands. He gave a strong, sharp tug. Carwin let out a shriek of pain. Tenko stood with the freed arrow in his hand. The blood streamed from Carwin's torn shoulder. "It's all right now, Carwin. It is out," Tenko told the fainting youth. "Down to the sea with you now, and wash that wound in seawater." He pulled Carwin to his feet and half carried, half supported him down to the pool at the water's edge. He rolled Carwin into it, and Callie waded in too and splashed water over Carwin's shoulder with the clay cup that she carried in her skin bag. Carwin wept with the pain and the sting of the salt water in his bleeding shoulder. Even Tenko felt sorry for him. "Ah, it hurts, I know, but this way it will heal better. The salt water will clean the wound. You will have a sore shoulder for a few days, but soon you'll be able to use your arm again. You may carry the mark of the arrow for the rest of your life. Be thankful it is only a flesh wound." So that's our next question. Our next question is a vocabulary question. What does Tenko mean when he says the phrase, "You may carry the mark of the arrow for the rest of your life"? Have a think and we'll go through the answer in just a moment. So when Tenko says, "You may carry the mark of the arrow for the rest of your life," nowadays we would say that the wound may scar, that he's going to probably have a scar where the arrow hit him, and the scar will be the mark that the arrow has left behind, and it will stay there for the rest of his life. Be thankful it is only a flesh wound. "I am, Tenko, I am," Carwin cringed abjectly. "This time you have got off lightly. You are to promise you will seek no revenge on Callie, for if you do, I will kill you as I killed the eagle." Tenko's voice was deliberate and cold. "I promise you, Tenko, I promise. I will never touch Callie." "Then you may go," Tenko told him. "But take care, Carwin." Carwin departed, nursing his right arm. For a time the children sat silent, their gay spirits dashed by what had happened. Tenko looked sadly at the blood-stained arrow in his hand. "I'm sorry this happened," he said. "I wanted to live in peace with my new tribesmen. I have seen too much of battle." Callie knew that he was thinking of his dead father. Her eyes filled with tears. "I had to shoot," she told Tenko. "If I had not done, he might have killed you, Tenko." Tenko laid a gentle hand on her arm. "I know, Callie, I know. But for your quick reaction," his voice trembled a little. "Besides, you shot to wound and not to kill. It was a fine piece of marksmanship, Callie." So that's our next question. It's an inference and an explain question. Explain why Tenko's voice trembled when he responded to Callie as she explained why she had shot Carwin. So it says here, Tenko laid a gentle hand on her arm. "I know, Callie, I know. But for your quick action..." His voice trembled a little. Why might his voice be trembling? And what does he mean, "but for your quick action"? So we know that usually our voice trembles if we're about to cry or if we're scared of something. I think perhaps he's a bit emotional because he realises that if Callie had not reacted quickly, then the chances are he'd be dead right now. So the tremble in his voice shows that he's a little bit frightened of what could have happened, and perhaps a little bit emotional about the fact that he realises that he could have just died. "Besides, you shot to wound and not to kill. It was a fine piece of marksmanship, Callie." "I do not think that Carwin will dare to trouble us again," Brocken declared. And then, dispelling the sadness that had fallen on them, he added briskly, "Well, are we going to push out the boat and go fishing?" The dark spell was broken. Tenko leapt to his feet. "Look, the tide is high. Help me to haul the boat out into the water." So that's the end of chapter 4. The next time somebody reads, either myself or Miss Hill, will be on chapter 5, called The Day of the Tree. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you're all well. Take good care. Bye.